Today is the Twin Cities Book Festival, and it's kicking off in just a little bit at 10 a.m. and this time it's at Union Depot. The event is all about bringing readers together with authors, bookstores, and publishers, and it is free and it is open to readers of all ages. And among the books that you're going to see is one focusing on finding something special in every day of your life. It is called An Eye for Joy, and we are happy to have the author Peg Guilfoyle here before she heads over to the festival. Peg, thanks for being here.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. I asked you how you're doing this morning when you walked in here. What'd you say?
And I said, joyful.
Oh, I love it. This is so up my alley. I'm really, really excited to talk to you. As I peered through the book, I found this wonderful perspective, because that's what it's all about, right?
It is.
You and I are like kin in this regard. You see things in and around our area, you spark curiosity, you research, and then you write about it.
That's
and that
exactly
sprouts you joy.
That's exactly right. And the joy, the little pieces of joy, they're everywhere. Also beauty, also wonder. But the world comes at us in such a flood that it's a conscious act to look and notice and elevate those things and kind of pop them out of the background so that they can get into your heart where they need to be.
But also this is like a history lover's book, because you dig into each thing, whether you're stopping by an art museum or you're stopping by the airport and you go, oh, what is that? Oh, and we actually have time to study it, and here you go. And these chapters are 3-4 pages. They're small narratives, right,
Yes.
that you're writing.
Yeah, that's right. And it is a way of moving through the world and exactly as you say, looking at something and saying, literally, oh, that's interesting. I think I'll look at that.
Tell me more.
Tell me more, and then write about it. So it's a book about backstories. It's a book for people who want to notice more of the sweet moments in life that normally fly past and use them as a frame for the way that they move through the world.
Why'd you write it?
Well, when my children were small, I used to have a dinner table habit where I would say to them, okay, tell me one thing that was beautiful or new or interesting or funny or happy that you saw or learned or thought today.
Instead of, how was your day?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was a way of getting them to talk to me and a way of me talking to them. But it was also a way of teaching them that this idea that noticing the joy that's in the world can be nourishing.
How, okay, so through your process of doing this, you have an endless amount of chapters of all these beautiful observations and small researches. But how do you encourage people to do it? Because you have to sort of remove the lens, open the shade, if you will, and you have to allow yourself to absorb into an environment, and I hate that term, be present, because it's used everywhere now, but that's what it means, right?
I think
like,
you're... Yes.
So how do you encourage people to do that? How do you turn a switch?
The good news about that is that the more you do it, the more you do it. It's easier to do, it becomes a habit and a way of looking. But there are some ways that you can do it. For one thing is to find joyful people and spend time with them. Another way is to find a 4-year-old who encounters everything in the universe with wonder and joy.
Why?
And be friends with
Why?
that child.
Yeah.
And another way is to just share with others, share with strangers. One of my favorite things about this book is my desire to fall into conversation with strangers. I love that.
The best, me too.
It's totally the best.
Yeah.
And then you learn so much when you're talking with people, and enthusiastic people. So people who carry some kind of fire in their heart. Almost doesn't matter what they're enthusiastic about. If they're enthusiastic, you can catch that and you can share that.
That's so good. Yeah, an example, I guess, would be like you could go to the airport and you could be hurried and frustrated and hussy, right? Or you could go to the airport, it is what it is. You could notice some beautiful mosaic on the wall, be intrigued by it, read about it, learn about it, and then bloop, there's a little joy that comes out at the end, right?
That's right. That is. And then this book is sharing the joy that sharing that joy and that way of looking at the world that allows you to notice it.
With a local spin, too.
With a local
Yeah.
spin, yes.
Well, Peg, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. We got a big event going on today. A reminder, the Twin Cities Book Festival. It starts at 10 o'clock, so you got about an hour and a half. It's at the Union Depot in St. Paul.
That's right, and I'll be there at 1 o'clock
Okay.
in the Minnesota Author Showcase room.
Great.
So I would be happy to talk more about the book at that time.
Congratulations. Appreciate it.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
nice to see you.